A pleasant day to everyone. In this lesson, we are going to tackle about the transportation shipping process. To start with, let's define freight shipping. Freight shipping is the process of transporting commodities, goods, and cargo by land, sea, or air. Freight shipping is key for getting goods to a destination on time, safely, and in a cost-effective manner. There are four modes of freight transportation. The goods can be transported in bulk, by train, truck, ship, or aircraft. But for this presentation, we are going to tackle about the shipping process of ship transportation. The shipping process of ship transportation has 5 physical steps and 2 documentation steps. The 5 physical steps are export haulage, origin handling, ocean freight, destination handling, and import haulage. The 2 documentation steps are export and import customs clearance. Note that a shipper is a person or company whose job is to organize the sending of goods from one place to another. The consignee is the person or entity who is financially responsible for the receipt of a shipment. Intermodal freight transport. It is the use of 2 modes of freight, such as truck and rail, to transport goods from shipper to consignee. We all know that even though it's a ship transportation process, the intermodal transport is used in this process to complete the shipment. Aside from the ship, the land transportation are used to deliver the freights. The first step in shipping process of ship transportation is export haulage.
Export haulage, the transfer of the goods from the shipper's premises to the forwarder's origin warehouse. It is typically by means of truck or a combination of truck and train, and typically takes from a few hours to weeks depending on distance and geography.
Freight forwarder is someone who helps you avoid and lessen problems arising in customs, warehouse, and routing to ensure your international shipping runs smoothly. Take note that a freight forwarder should have capabilities certifications.
Origin handling. Origin handling comprises a number of activities performed by a freight forwarder or his agent. It starts with cargo receiving, where the cargo is unloaded from the truck it arrives on and put in a staging area where it is counted and inspected. Export custom clearance is required by authorities in the country of origin for registration of cargo leaving the country. Each independent state has its own customs territory. Every product entering or leaving the customs territory of a specific country has to be subjected to customs procedure in accordance with the customs legislation of that country. Export customs clearance defines all the procedures and formalities that must be followed in order to export a particular good from an exporting country.
Ocean freight or sea freight. It is the shipping of goods by sea via shipping containers. Ocean freight is the most common mode of transport that importers and exporters use. Next is import customs clearance. It is authorities in the destination country require import customs clearance for all cargo moving into the country. The import customs clearance process can usually start before the cargo arrives at the destination and needs to be completed before the cargo enters the country. Cargo is considered as entering the country when it crosses the border and leaves a customs-banded area.
Destination handling. The container is collected at the port and brought to the destination warehouse where it is unstuffed and the cargo is inspected and sorted either for onwards transportation or collection by the consignee. Destination handling comprises a number of activities performed at the destination office of the freight forwarder. It starts with receiving documents from the freight forwarder's office or agent at origin, checking the documents and submitting the original carrier bill of lading to the shipping line. Import haulage, the transfer of the cargo from the import warehouse to the consigned address and the cargo's final destination. It would usually be by trucking or a combination of truck and train, and can take from a few hours to many days, depending on the distance and the geography. Port haulage can either be performed by the freight forwarder anyway handling the international ocean freight or by a local trucking company. Alternatively, the consignee might decide to collect the cargo himself or herself directly at the destination warehouse and save the cost of import haulage.
To summarize the shipping process of ship transportation, the first step is export haulage, the transfer of goods from the shipper's premises to origin warehouse. Next is origin handling. It starts with cargo receiving, where the cargo is unloaded from the truck and put in a staging area where it is counted and inspected. Next is the export customs clearance. It is the procedures and formalities that need to be followed to export goods. Then comes the ocean freight, where the container is shipped on multiple vessels with transshipments in different ports. Next is the import customs clearance, where it prepares the submission of the declaration and the required documentation to customs authorities. Then comes the destination handling. The containers are collected at the port and brought to the destination warehouse. And the last step is the import haulage. It is the transfer of cargo from import warehouse to cargo's final destination.